If I would have known that I was going to be a single mother, I would have never had children.
And this is why I feel like my mom hated me, and many of you hate your children. I feel like unless you personally went to the sperm bank to get pregnant, you wanted a family. Like a mom, a dad, children, a family. Nobody signs up to just be a single mom. At least nobody with common sense. And sometimes what'll end up happening is once that relationship is over and you realize it's unfair, this man gets to move on with his life. He can easily move on to the next relationship. He could easily not do anything for the kids. Society won't condemn him. You begin to hate him. And some moms start to hate their children because it feels like your children have robbed you out of the life that you wanted and you were tricked. You thought you were going to be a family and this man tricked you. I myself have experienced those same emotions when I had my oldest son, Gregory McKay. I was 18 years old. I got pregnant my senior year of high school, had a full ride scholarship to college, decided to have my baby and be a family. And then my relationship didn't work out. My baby father, aka my husband today, he ended up just being in the streets, messing with all these girls, did not want to be with me, ended up getting in a whole nother relationship. And we even got into a physical altercation. And at the end of the altercation, he was like, I trapped you, ho. I never wanted to be with you. I just wanted to give you a baby so you wouldn't leave me and go off to college. Tricked. When I tell you, I cried like a baby that night, snot book of tears. And I remember those moments where it was just me taking care of Gregory McKay and my baby father, aka my husband today, was just out in the streets living his life. And it was just so unfair. And I had that feeling of resentment and regret. Now, I had enough sense to like process the emotion and realize like it's not my child's fault. I'm not angry at him. I chose this, and no matter what, I want to be a mom. I want all of my kids. It goes back to what my great grandma used to always tell me. It's mama's babies, daddy's maybes. So with that being said, you always make sure you want the baby. That and not just the baby. Let me say this differently. You always make sure you want the person, because they go from baby to toddler to child to preteen to teenager to adult. You're not raising a baby. You're not getting a baby. And some people become fascinated with, oh, it's a baby. They're so cute when they little. They're so easy when they little. But you're raising people. And the objective, at least mine, is to raise whole people. And it's challenging. It's hard. I feel like if more women were honest and could process that feeling, that emotion like I was able to, where it's like, I don't hate my child. I don't regret my child. I don't resent my child. I am having a moment of resentment and regret, and I feel like I was tricked and like I was robbed and it's unfair. But I still love my child, and I can still have, I think that was the key for me, realizing like my life wasn't over because I had a kid. The world was still my oyster. My daddy told me that when I was young. He said, Peaches, the world is your oyster. And I'm getting emotional. I didn't even expect me to get emotional making this video. But for those of you who aren't into words, I love words. If you haven't noticed already, I love quotes. I have over 1,000 quotes that just touch my heart. I love literature. And if they pierce me in the heart, I hold on to them forever. I write them down in my quote book. But when I was young, I was like 16 years old. My daddy told me that. My biological daddy. He said, Peaches, the world is your oyster. And what that means is, no matter what, you could do anything you wish. You can go anywhere you want to go. You are fully capable. You already have all the skills. The world is your oyster. And I think back to that time where I felt that way. I remember Gregory McKay was a baby. He was sitting on the bed crying, and I was just looking at him cry. He had to be about 7 months old, and he looked just like Wood, looked just like his dad. And I just looked at him, and I had that feeling of regret and anger and felt tricked and robbed. And it was that quote, the world is your oyster, that kept me going in that moment, made me realize like I'm mad at the daddy. I'm not mad at the child. And just because I have a child, those opportunities that I turned down still exist. And to anybody out there who may be feeling this emotion where you feel like you hate being a single mom, I want to leave you with that. I want you to realize, like, being a single mom ain't gonna stop shit. I want you to not even feel like you're a single mom. I personally hate single moms. Y'all know me, I can't stand a single mom. Hate to see a single mom coming. What I love is mom. And moms live by that quote. The world is your oyster. No matter the circumstances, no matter if the man acting right or the man acting wrong, no matter if the man leave or stay, be a mom. Don't be angry at these men that you chose to have children with that may walk out and leave you and create other families and forget about your child or children. Instead, make that your motive. Like, I got all these kids to feed. I'm not going to quit. And I'm going to enjoy every moment. Motherhood is so beautiful. Out of everything I've done in my life, I love being a mom. Like, I wish I could be a mom even more often. I cry about that. I cry about my inability to homeschool my kids and be on my farm and just be with my kids 24/7. That's what my heart truly desires. And I want to advise y'all to stay away from people like her. People who hate being a mom. And I know she said a single mom, but essentially how I'm interpreting that, she hates being a mom. And there's so many black women on the internet, especially on TikTok, making all these videos about how much they hate motherhood. Stay away from them. They are poison. Motherhood is beautiful, with or without a man. It's harder, and I know we sign up for families, but please love motherhood. Don't be a single mom, just be mom. Whether he help you or he don't help you, he stay or he go. Love being a mom. Your children will be able to tell the difference. They will know if you love this job or if you hated it. They will feel the emotions of that. I know my mama hated motherhood. I know my mama hated me. And I know that it was my daddy's fault because she didn't sign up to be a single mom. She signed up to be a family. And he never came to check on me. For the men listening to this video, make sure you check on your kids. That lady that you left with them kids and you thinking, oh my God, she gonna be straight. She they mama. She gonna love them. Some of them women hate the fuck out them kids. Them kids look like you. Them kids take care after you. They have your mannerisms. And you not even going to check on them. Checking on what you left. Your most prized possession. But yeah, the takeaway is stay away from people who hate motherhood. It's okay to have that feeling of regret, resentment, whatever. Process it. But then let it go and love your children and love motherhood because it's beautiful. Don't let these people on the internet poison you into hating your children.